everybody. Welcome to the interview portion of the Quarter Life Podcast. I am your host, Brene.
And I'm Kristen.
And we have a guest. We have a guest today for you. Her name is Sheneisha Danielle Taylor. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
We're good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So we're going to talk about your journey and your book. You've written a book. We have written a book, Wisdom of a Young Poet. So would you like to give us a little bit of background and inspiration for the book?
Let's see, where do I start with that? Well, I actually written the book in 2014, but I actually recently relaunched it. So I guess in between that time, because I got very sick, so I wasn't able to do the things I really wanted to do with my book. But like I think now is like the perfect time to kind of get back into it. But basically what inspired it was just my life in general and the things I've experienced throughout my life, and including things that I've experienced after I graduated high school. So I guess I can say that was like a major inspiration for me.
Okay. Well, you are a Memphis native, correct? And you went to
Yes,
school here in
ma'am.
Memphis, and you've done so much since then. So give us a little bit about, besides the book, what else have you been doing?
Actually, let's see. I'm in stage theater. I
Ooh.
do stage plays, and I do filming as well. So I'm actually in this mini series I'm recently working on, and it's called Love Littles.
Hmm.
So it's in
Cool.
progress. So we've only filmed a couple of episodes, and we're taking it kind of slow because of everything that's going on. So
Okay. Can you tell us? Are you allowed to tell us a little bit about that
Yeah, this
project?
this feels really exclusive, right? I feel like
Yeah.
yeah, of course, I can give you a synopsis. Basically, it's about this young woman, and she's struggling with her relationships, and she's been choosing the wrong men. So I know for I will give you a little scenario. Like one of the men, he's actually a player, and he's kind of using her and everything. And then between that, she's a mother. And then she also has her coworkers kind of on her back and in her business, which is kind of, what's going on with a lot of women today.
hmm
So, and it's like, it's a lot, it's going to be a lot going to go on with her. Her name is Autumn.
Oh.
So we're going to definitely see a lot that's going on with her when it does come out.
that's relatable for a lot of people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Something
Okay.
to
So you're like an all-around creative. I love that.
Thank you.
all around Black female creative.
Yes, I love that even more.
Yeah. It's difficult out there. We know
Yeah.
that and you suffer from dyslexia. Is there, and you also mentioned that you had fell ill. How did you, get through all of those struggles and, kept going and wrote this book?
Well, actually that started when I was 18. I just graduated. I wasn't feeling too well, I guess the last couple of months of before I graduated, but I just kind of blew it off. But like basically I was in a car wreck, and we ended up getting hit by an SUV. I was on the passenger side. If I wouldn't have my seatbelt on, I would have, it would have been really bad. But after that, I kind of get still sick, but I just thought because of the accident. Turned out I got my first job. I hope I'm not talking too much, by the way, but
No.
No, no.
I'm just checking. But I got my first job. I was working at Girls Inc. It was Girls Incorporated,
Oh, I
Mhm.
and
remember
I was
Girls
taking
Inc.
the bus to work, and I went blind in my left eye. It
Oh my
started out
god.
as a little patch. So I'm just thinking maybe it'll pass because I'm thinking, I still got to go to work. I still got to get things done. And it got to the point where I couldn't see anything, like anything. And I was falling down and everything. And my mom was like, you need to go to the eye doctor and see what's going on. I didn't want to miss work, but I went anyway. And they told me that my optic nerve was swollen, which is basically optic neuritis, which is an
Mm.
infection in the eye. So they sent me to a neuro doctor, Dr. Kumar, and he told me they want to run some tests. They did a spinal tap, summing it up, and basically they told me I had multiple sclerosis.
Oh
And I was
Wow.
like, yeah, I was like, what is that? I've never heard of it before then. So he told me what it was, and I was like, I'm thinking that it's something that I could get rid of. And he was like, well, my mom was there with me. She's not one of my biggest supporters. And they told me, like, no, like, it's something that you're going to have for the rest of your life. And you're going to have to take this medicine for the rest of your life because there's no cure for multiple sclerosis or MS. And I'm just like, I'm supposed to go off to college.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? Like, this is like a hard pill to swallow.
Right.
Like, I'm like, I was still like, it took me to a really dark place. And the thing that kind of helped was my writing. Definitely getting back into it because I always loved writing when I was a kid, but
Mm-hmm.
it's something like that kind of set me back. And I'm like, I can't work right now. I had to stop my job because I was too sick. So I
Right.
had to just try to have something to kind of get me out of the dark place. Because
Yeah.
I was going to the doctors. I had to have an IV in my arm for a couple of days for steroid treatment. So I really couldn't do anything like I wanted to. So I'm like, you know what? I can still see out of one eye. And I'm like, I need to do something to kind of lift my spirits. So that's kind of where the book kind of came in.
Okay. Ooh, that's a lot going on, but
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
lot. But you persevered, and I think that that's amazing.
yeah. I
Thank
mean,
you.
and I'm sure like that's a lot of inspiration for, your poetry and even in one of your books, I think you have a poem that says "Stay strong, Black woman" or "Strong Black woman," and you embody all of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
So
definitely like inspired me to like just keep pushing because you just never know what people are dealing with or going through. But I think it's amazing that your writing was an outlet for you because I think that it's the same for me too. And Renee, I'm sure it's the same for you as well. You get a lot out when you're able to get those words out of your head and get it on paper. So I think that's great.
Danielle.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I actually got a little emotional. So don't.
Oh,
No problem.
we
It's
don't want to
it's
make you
it's all
emotional,
right.
but
Yeah.
but
It's
truly, thank you for
actually
sharing.
no problem. I'm just sensitive anyway. So
Oh,
no.
that's okay. More people could stand to be sensitive.
Right. Besides, like sensitivity, I mean, it can come through in a lot of creative ways, and you have
Hmm.
shown that. And as you're going to be an inspiration, I'm sure you already are an inspiration to so many people and so many young Black women to,
Hmm.
no matter what you're going through, you can get out there and achieve it.
Yeah.
Definitely. And like just when you think your situation's bad, it's always somebody else that's going through something a lot worse.
Hmm.
Right.
So I try to
So,
just keep a smile and just take it one day at a time like we all do.
right. So let's talk about just something else who someone may be an inspiration to you. I hear that you will be getting married.
Yes.
Ooh, congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you guys.
And who is this man? And has he been an inspiration on your life as well?
Actually, he has. He definitely let's just say it was a very interesting time period when I met him.
That's fantastic. And I'm sure it's just, despite everything going on, the filming that you're doing in the book and like all of your other creative outlets, because you said that you've been super busy, I'm sure it's wonderful just to have somebody else there with you. You mentioned that your mom is also a big um you know
Supporter.
supporter of your work, and
Yeah.
that's just awesome.
Thank you.
No,
So
thank you for being on here. So can you tell everyone where you can get your book, Wisdom of a Young Poet?
It's on Amazon, it's on eBay. You can get it on Kindle, or you can personally message me, and I have some on hand just in case somebody doesn't want to, go online, because some people don't like online shopping. So
Right.
I cannot relate. I love online shopping.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah. It's just so convenient. You look at
It's so
something, boom, I
convenient.
want it.
Yeah.
It's very addicting.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
just right there at your door. It's amazing.
Oh, there's something else, so you can get it at all of those. I'm going to link everything she said below, all of the Amazon and eBay, everywhere you
And
can
if
get
you're
it
in
down below.
Memphis, you can pick it up from her. You can get a copy from her.
Yeah.
Or you can go on my I have Instagram, and of course all the social media, Instagram, Facebook. So basically you can just direct message me as well.
Okay. So you have literally no excuse. You can
Right.
get it.
Right.
Right. No excuse whatsoever.
Well, thank you. Oh, one more thing. I want to know, is there a specific poem in maybe the book, maybe not in the book, that holds a special place for you?
Yes, actually, it's the one about my little sister. And it's like right now, it's at the top of my head, but I can't think of the title. But it always, every time my mom says she reads it, she always cries every time.
That's
And I'm trying
beautiful.
to think of the exact name because I wrote it so long ago, but it's about her.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't even remember what page it's on. Sorry about that. But
Oh
I wrote it
no.
so long
No, when
ago.
people buy your book, they'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like that's the one that's like really touching because I just came up with it because that was like a difficult time for my mom and the rest of our family when my little sister passed at 1 year, 1 years old. So like I just kind of thought about that, and like every time she reads it, she always gets like really emotional. Like she has the book like right by her bed. So
Mm,
That's sweet.
that's beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Danielle, for coming on to the podcast. It has been such an honor to have you on here.
thank you guys for having me. I'm really, I really enjoyed it. I,
Yeah,
I
and
was a
thank
little
you.
nervous, but
No, you did.
If
You
you
were
weren't, we couldn't
great.
tell.
Yeah. It's
thank
like,
you.
you're a professional, which you are, because you are multi-talented, and I strive to be that way someday.
It just takes practice, and I'm still
Okay.
perfecting it myself.
Look, we've been doing this podcast for over a year and it's still
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
Well, you guys do a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Well,
I
we
think the
really,
first time I saw you, Renee, you did the chip challenge, the hot chip challenge.
oh Lord.
And I think, yeah, my fiance Ricky, from school, like, and he showed me, and I was like, they're actually gonna do that challenge. And I think that's the first time I saw you when you did that
Look,
challenge.
I'm sweating thinking about
Just
it.
thinking about it.
I was like, oh no.
Never again, never again. And I wouldn't advise, don't do it. If you
Don't
thought
I
do
would
about
it.
doing
not
it,
I
don't.
would not do it. I
Yeah.
saw that from your example. I
Yeah.
would not do the hot chip.
I'm glad I could be I can forewarn people.
Yeah, you're the daredevil out of the two of us. Like, no thanks. I'm just gonna watch you do it.
Yeah,
That's
even though
true.
nothing could help. Like I saw like the milk, nothing could help. I was like, no, I'm
No,
good.
no. Well, guys, if you want to watch somebody die, it's on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, this is Brene's ghost.
Yeah, awesome, fantastic. Well, it's also great to meet somebody who's also watched Five's work, no matter how ridiculous it has been. But thank you for being a fan of the podcast. Though I didn't know we had too many of
Yeah,
those.
I just thought it was just the two of us.
Yeah.
No, you
Just
guys are actually pretty
speaking into the
awesome.
ether. Thank you for that.
It's just like I know I want to watch more, but I know I'd be kind of busy. So by the time I get through with everything, I go to sleep. So.
Yep, we're always busy too.
Yeah, you feel professional. Anyway, thank you again, Danielle, Kristen. As always, it's such a pleasure.
Absolute pleasure. It is an honor, my friend.
Yes.
I just let me know if you need, whenever you need me back, I'll be here.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Absolutely.
And everyone else, to everyone listening, that book is Wisdom of a Young Poet, and you can literally get it anywhere. Check the link in the description below. And thank you all for listening. And that's it for us. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.